Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. This book begins with a simple but radical claim. Everything you see around you, wealth, success, achievement, started as a thought. Napoleon Hill spent over 20 years studying some of the most successful people of his time: industrialists, inventors, business leaders, and after interviewing hundreds of them, he reached one central conclusion: riches do not begin at the bank, they begin in the mind. This book is not about money alone. It's about the principles that transform desire into reality. Let's walk through them exactly as Hill presents them. Napoleon Hill wrote Think and Grow Rich to answer one question: why do some people succeed consistently while others, equally intelligent, do not? He believed success followed a definite pattern, and that pattern could be studied, organized, and taught. This book lays out 13 principles, each building on the last, forming a complete philosophy of achievement. Principle 1. Desire, the starting point of all achievement. Hill begins with desire, not wishful thinking, but a burning, definite desire. He emphasizes that vague hope produces vague results. Only a clear, specific goal backed by emotional intensity creates movement. Hill insists that desire must be clearly defined, backed by a deadline, paired by a plan, reinforced daily. Without desire, no plan holds. Without desire, persistence fades. Every person Hill studied began with an unwavering objective. Principle 2. Faith, visualization and belief. Faith in Hill's framework is not religious belief. It believes in one's ability to achieve a goal. He explained that the subconscious mind responds to repetition, emotion, and belief. When a person consistently visualizes success and reinforces it with belief, the mind begins to act in alignment with that image. Faith turns into expectation. Expectation influences action, and action shapes outcome. Principle 3. Autosuggestion, influencing the subconscious. Autosuggestion is the method by which thoughts are planted into the subconscious. Hill explains that whatever the mind repeatedly hears, especially with emotion, it begins to accept as truth. This principle reinforces the earlier ones. Desire provides direction. Faith provides belief. Autosuggestion provides repetition. Together, they condition the mind towards a fixed purpose. Principle 4. Specialized knowledge. Hill makes an important distinction between general knowledge and specialized knowledge. General knowledge does not create wealth. Specialized knowledge, applied towards a specific aim, does. He stresses that no one person needs to know everything. What matters is knowing where to find knowledge and how to organize it towards a goal. This leads directly to the next principle. Principle 5. Imagination, the workshop of the mind. Hill describes imagination as the bridge between thought and reality. He identifies two forms: synthetic imagination, which rearranges existing ideas; creative imagination, which receives ideas seemingly without conscious effort. Every invention, business, and system began as an imagined idea before becoming physical. Imagination transforms knowledge into opportunity. Principle 6. Organized planning. Desire without action remains unrealized. Hill emphasizes the need for organized planning, meaning creating a practical plan, acting on it immediately, revising it when necessary. Failure, Hill notes, is often a signal to adjust the plan, not to abandon the goal. Action is physical expression of desire. Principle 7. Decision, the master of procrastination. Hill observes that successful people decide quickly and change their mind slowly. and successful people do the opposite. Indecision, hesitation, and doubt weaken momentum. Clear decision strengthens confidence and direction. This principle reinforces discipline of thought and action. Principle 8. Persistence. Sustained effort. Persistence, Hill explained, is powered by desire. When desire is weak, persistence fades. When desire is strong, obstacles become temporary. He identifies common causes of failure, including lack of purpose, lack of confidence, and fear of criticism. Persistence is the habit of continuing despite resistance. Principle 9. The mastermind. The mastermind principles involves aligning oneself with others who share common purpose. Hill believed that when minds work together in harmony, they create a combined intelligence greater than any individual alone. Every major achievement he studied involved cooperation, coordination, and shared vision. Principle 10. The mystery of sex trauma transmutation. Hill explains this principle as the redirection of powerful creative energy into productive channels. He argues that this energy, when disciplined, fuels imaginations, persistence, and leadership. It is less about the subject itself and more about the discipline of desire. Principle 11 and 12. The subconscious mind and the brain. Hill describes the subconscious as the emotional controller of the center of the mind, influenced by faith, fear, and repetition. The brain in his framework acts as a broadcasting and receiving station for thought. Together, these principles reinforce the idea that this is not passive, it is active, influential, and directional. Principle 13. The sixth sense. The final principle represents intuition. Hill describes it as a form of insight developed through mastery of other principles. It's not sudden magic, but the result of disciplined thinking aligned with purpose. Finally, the core message. Napoleon Hill's central message is clear. Thoughts shape actions, actions shape habits, habits shape outcomes. Wealth, in Hill's philosophy, is not an accident. It is the result of definite purpose, reinforced by belief, sustained by persistence, and supported by action. This book does not promise ease, it promises structure. And it insists that the process begins and ends with the mind. This is the Wealth Library. Read less, learn more.